Hi, today I wanted to talk a little bit about my GLP-1 journey and specifically GLP-1 on a plant-based diet. My name is Susan. I'm in my 60s, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. I started on a GLP-1 2 years ago in May, so almost 2 years. And I weighed about 168 pounds. I had gained about 10 pounds from my normal weight, and then I also had more weight to lose. My goal was to get down to at least 140 or 130. Those are weights that I am comfortable with. During the pandemic, I had lost about 20 or 25 pounds, and so I knew that I felt comfortable in the 140 range. I kind of hesitate to talk about weight because I don't think that that's the most important thing, but I will just give you some information, and obviously we all have our own experience. I'm not a doctor, so please consult your doctor when it comes to making choices about your health. Anyway, I started on the GLP-1 after I received my medication, and at first I was a little hesitant. The thought of injecting myself was a little bit scary, but when I finally did, it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. So I injected myself at the recommended amount, which I think was 2.5, and right away I feel like I felt something. I felt a little shaky, jittery. I'm pretty sensitive to medications, so I felt some appetite suppression, but not a lot. I did not have a lot of nausea, and so pretty quickly I felt something. And as time went on, after my first couple of injections, a couple of weeks, I started to feel more appetite suppression, and I pretty steadily, after probably the first couple weeks or month, ended up losing about 1 pound or 2 pounds a week. I did change my diet. I was drinking less alcohol, eating less sweets, trying to eat whole food plant-based, so a lot of beans, tofu, vegetables, fruit. So just a really healthy whole food plant-based diet in order to lose the weight that I wanted to lose. I also cut back a lot on alcohol, and so maybe I would have 1 drink a week if I went out with friends. And it was interesting that I really did not crave alcohol as much as I had in the past. So it was great to cut back on alcohol consumption because I just don't feel my best when I'm drinking more than 1 drink, which I didn't do often, but I can become a habit, having a glass of wine at night after work, and I just wasn't feeling as good as I wanted to. So I started feeling better in my skin, losing 1 to 2 pounds a week. I eventually did lose 30 pounds over about a 6-month period. And some of the side effects that I did have were probably the first month, I had a headache, and it wasn't horrible, but I definitely noticed it. And I also was extremely tired. So in the afternoons, and that probably lasted at least a couple months, I would get just really tired in the afternoon and feel like I had to take a nap. So luckily I have a little bit of flexible schedule, so I was able to take a 10-minute break and take a quick nap. I'm lucky because I'm able to just close my eyes for 5 minutes and I feel better. So that was good. And that did eventually subside, and I wasn't having that side effect anymore. I did not have a lot of constipation, but I do take magnesium at night, which helps me sleep. And I think it also helps with constipation. I drink a lot of water. I drink 40 ounces of water first thing in the morning, and then another 40 ounces throughout the day. I feel like it makes my skin better, and just overall, I have more energy and feel good when I drink plenty of water. Throughout this whole time, I have weighed myself often, probably once a week or more. And I keep a log of my injections and where I inject and what my weight is, so that I just have a log of all those things just in case I ever have any questions if I'm feeling different one day after an injection, or I'm not sure how much I weighed 6 months ago, that kind of things. I like to keep track. So I have a little notebook that I keep track of all that information every week. And so after about 6 months, I got down to about 135 and felt so much better, so much more energetic. I just felt good. I felt happy. I just felt kind of elated that I had lost that weight and was feeling the way I wanted to feel in my body, in my life. So I would say that overall, taking a GLP-1 has been so beneficial for me. I'm so happy that I did it, and I just can't say enough about it. It's not easy. That's one thing I want to say, as I think we all know. I still have to eat whole food, plant-based, and for the most part, and still don't drink a lot of alcohol. I don't really want to, but I will. If I go out with friends, I will drink. I'll have a drink. I'll have a bite or two of dessert. I'll eat what I want, but then I go home and I go back to my regular whole food, plant-based diet. I usually eat oatmeal or some kind of high protein cereal in the morning with fruit. And for lunch, I eat either a burrito or a salad or some kind of a bowl with beans and vegetables, rice, lots of fiber and protein from legumes or tofu. For dinner, I will have sweet potato, maybe some tofu and vegetables, maybe a big salad. And at night, I might have a piece of chocolate or a date. I love medjool dates, so sometimes I'll just have a date for dessert. And I usually have a cup of herbal tea. Well, I've enjoyed traveling and eating plant-based. I actually am editing a video right now about a trip I took to Southern California. So I'll show that to you in the next video. And I just overall really enjoy my life, and I don't let, quote unquote, dieting run my life. I enjoy my life, and if I indulge in something that I normally wouldn't, I just go back to my normal diet when I get home. And that's what works for me. So if you have any comments or you would like to talk about your journey on a GLP-1 or eating plant-based, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And again, please like and subscribe. It will really help me grow my channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.